Happy Friday! I cannot believe it. It's the first weekend officially as we start September and the month and coming and going. And there's been a lot on my mind. I attended a meeting where we had some collaboration and discussion with our board members. And there was talk about a new policy that was being created, and they wanted parent input. And the one thing that I love about our board is they have meetings beyond the meetings to get public input from people to see what their opinions and facts are. And as parents and teachers both talked, there was one consistent thing that I heard, but never anyone responding to it. For example, teachers were pretty much pleading with parents to trust them and to know that we are the professionals and educators and we're not going to do anything to put their children in harm's way. And the biggest call that I heard was, we want parents involved. We want you to do X, Y, and Z. We ask you to partner on your child's Canvas so you can see what work is being assigned to your child. We want you in the classrooms, and no one shows up. I kept hearing that over and over and over again. And I never heard blame. I never heard there's this one parent, or, overall, we would like to do this, this, and this. And there was never blame on that side. But then I would hear the resounding efforts of, well, yeah, we just don't trust you as teachers, and we're the parents, and we're going to want this, this, and this, and we don't have to come into the classrooms, and we want to know everything that you're going to be teaching. But yet we're giving you everything that we're going to be teaching, and you're not accessing it. And it was a back and forth of just teachers saying, please trust us, come in and visit. And then parents having this one example of something that went wrong, or this one example of a teacher who didn't do well. But never once did the teacher say, well, there's this one parent that hasn't been parenting. And there was a lot of finger pointing, and it was growing very frustrating until one comment was made that really took me aback. There were quite a few comments made, but one in particular that kind of stabbed me in the heart, where there was a statement that said, well, we just want to have a really good parent-teacher partnership. And a gentleman spoke up and said, that's not what this is about. We don't want a partnership with you. And no one disagreed. The teachers were very shocked to hear it, and then you could tell the board members were like, what is going on? But no one disagreed with this gentleman. And I walked away, and for weeks I've been thinking, is that truly the thought of parents? Because I'm a parent, and I am up in that classroom. I have signed up for the PTA. I am involved in the state PTA. I am making sure that I sign up as much as I can for back to school night, or just whatever I can in my child's own school and throughout the state. And I'm not getting that sentiment, but it must be out there, because I've heard a few things of there is no partnership. And it's frustrating because since the beginning of my training decades ago, it's not a secret that I've been in this game for many, many decades. One of the biggest pushes from our professors was the importance of the parent-teacher partnership, and how important the parent-teacher partnership is to the outcome of the student academically. And say, one of the quotes that I've read is, it's calling for a renewed collaboration between teachers and parents who must work together in the best interest of students. If parents are feeling that there's no partnership, or you don't want a partnership, it is really hard to navigate a situation, because your child is in the classroom for 8 hours with somebody else. Why would you not want a partnership with that person? That person sees your child for half of the day, and a partnership is necessary. And maybe he didn't say it in the right way, but it sat with me. And I just want to come on here where I can express myself and just know that, and say, parent-teacher collaboration is crucial to how we do education. There has to be consistency, communication, and collaboration. Children's work attitudes and habits and grades improve when there's a positive teacher-parent collaboration. And one of the researches I was looking through, it was through a historical perspective by Diana Hyatt Michael. Parent collaboration with the school and teacher-parent collaboration has been around since the New England states have begun. And as we are looking at across the seas of our former mother country, where a monarch has passed away, and the historical items that will come with that in the next year that we'll be watching. When we became our own independent country, as early as 1642, Massachusetts, the leading colony regarding educational issues, passed a law which required all parents to provide their children with education and reading, religion, and a trade. Like, it was a law. Like, you can't just have your kids running amok with the chickens. We need your child educated so that they can participate in our society. And then as we were continuing to be separated from our mother country and developing our American models in the 18th century, Benjamin Rush and George Washington advocated for a national elementary education supported by federal and state taxes. So then Thomas Jefferson in 1779 took it even further, that basically said that public education for all children in the Commonwealth of Virginia, so that American citizens required certain basic skills in order to function in a democratic society. And these skills included reading, writing, and rhetoric. So when you look at what that means is Thomas Jefferson was like, we want people that are going to be able to read, write, and have conversations, crucial conversations with one another, and the importance of that. And so then in 1852, that marked our compulsory law where children had to be in school in Massachusetts. And then by 1885, 16 of the 38 states had a similar compulsory law. So as we're going backwards in history, since the beginning of our country, education has been a focal point for its citizens. And in 1897, mothers created a group where they sat together with teachers on a Saturday. I was like, wow, this is a pretty big deal, because they respected the teachers and they wanted to hear from them and they wanted teachers to hear from them. And mothers sat down with teachers and talked about their expectations of their child, what petitions and concerns they had that they would express through the principal. The mothers studied the curricula and became informed about child growth and development, and encouraged other parents to participate in school. So as early as 1897, we have what is now formed the Parent-Teacher Association. And in some similar form, whether it looks like that differently at your school, PTO or PTSA, student body officers, there's been an encouragement where we have that collaboration. And so for me, as I sit with that statement and I hear different rhetoric going around that the parent and teacher are not to collaborate, I am here to say that that is a false narrative, one that will not benefit students in the long term. So whatever sentiments you're having and whatever you're hearing, I want to remind you that when you hear things from the media, it is usually pushed by something, and you have to get out, ask questions, get in the classroom, and be involved, because it is not likely that what you're hearing is going to be encouraging. And the media pushes so much for hype and sensation that you have to move beyond that and do your own research and do your own time and work and get out in person. And so those are just some Friday facts. That parent-teacher collaboration and communication is crucial and essential. And I hope that you can dispel the myth that parents and teachers can't and won't work together, because teachers are begging for it and they just want the respect that comes with it. So those are just some Friday facts. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.